Warning, Caffeinated Conquest features adult nerds using adult language. Seriously, don't say we didn't warn you.
Previously on Vampire the Masquerade, I looked at Murphy Fierro, asked, "What do you do?" and chaos ensued. Who's surprised? Nobody. So, Murphy Fierro decided you needed a servant and went, "Ghouls are for pussies. I'm going to make this woman a vampire and therefore completely useless to me." You embraced Betty Riverdale. You literally kidnapped her from the hospital, jumping out of a window, landing on a payphone that Mark Zantz happened to be using. Mark Zantz, if my memory is to be trusted, nonplussed, drove the fuck away.
Yes.
You were attacked by werewolves and went to McNeil's place for basically shelter. And whilst there, you guys met a Toreador by the name of Hollis, who was enamored with the Anarchs and their ways of thinking, and particularly with Mr. Murphy Fierro, the visionary who must have had such a revolutionary mindset to destroy a symbol of power like the Toreador Mansion, and had all her hopes and dreams crushed to the point of frenzy. You got the most pathetic, pity drink in the history of Vampire the Masquerade. And you actually did pretty well, considering the fact that your manservant is kidnapped and is most likely doomed unless you bring Murphy Fierro to the art gallery Sunday at midnight. Which is the midnight immediately following Saturday at 11:59. You bargained with McNeil to teach you sword fighting in exchange for a future favor, and is there anything salient that I've forgotten?
I don't think so.
Taking that, huh?
Well, Byron was hearing voices in his head.
Yes, Byron was hearing voices in his head. That is true. Although I believe that started in the last session.
Shut up, Jiminy Cricket.
Or the previous one. Yes, you received a taunting voice in your head that seemed to know quite a bit.
Too much.
And more so than just a voice in your head. And fuck it. More so than just a voice in your head. It was actually playing some auditory hallucinations, if memory serves.
Does it know about your hug pillow stash?
I don't even know about that.
You met with Carlo Martino's good friend, Mauricio Giovanni, who basically pointed you towards the new Toreador salon that was going to be at the mansion, but for obvious reasons will no longer be there.
Why not?
You know what? I don't know. Let me go back and check the tapes. It would only be coldly logical for them to hold the party at their own house.
Refer back to episode. I think this shit has gone tits up.
Link in description.
Alright, so that is where we begin. Is there anything that you find folks would like to complete before we move on to the next night?
No, I believe my ghoul and I were staying at Louis' house.
Mm-hmm.
I'll proceed. Wait. Where the fuck did I end up? I ran through an alley.
You and Betty got brought back by Rikash and Hollis to McNeil's place.
We all got back together, right?
Essentially, yes.
Alright, whatever.
Were we all there? Or was that?
We're at the hub.
We're all bumming.
I'll take time to
Except
find out what exactly the difference between a ghoul and a vampire is. What did I just do? I thought that's what we were supposed to do.
What is your rating in occult?
14. 3.
You have a 3 in an occult, and you
I
don't.
knew the whole
They don't know my character sheet. They don't know.
They don't know.
Just said 1.
If you are so inclined, I will allow you to buy dots in occult tonight. How do you find out? Tell me.
My knowledge is based on my investigations while I was a police officer.
Right.
Pretty much holes in the neck, and that's what I'd see.
Gotcha.
So once I became a vampire, I was like, well, I guess this is what vampires do to make friends. They bite each other and suck each other's blood. You know.
So how do you find out what a ghoul is?
I will ask my kind friend here. He obviously did something different from me.
I explained to him in the small...
No. Role play this. I need to see this. You guys get back home with Betty Riverdale in tow. You show off your new vampire, much to the chagrin of everybody. Dirty looks and eyes rolling and face palms and oh gods.
Just rubbing my eyes.
Yo, what happened? You just left me there like some fucking gaboo.
Because if the Nosferatu are still watching us, I don't want to be associated with your actions, or we'll both be killed.
I have this funny feeling that they don't give a fuck.
Maybe not about you, but I'm already involved in your shenanigans.
I meant that specifically. They don't give a fuck about how far involved you are with me.
I'm trying to keep it that way.
Yes, I'll try and conceal your identity as well. The point is, what's the problem here? I bit a neck, I sucked the blood, I made it into a vampire. Isn't this what we fucking do?
You don't have to bite them. You just have to give them some of your vitae. You give them some of the blood, and they get a watered-down version of your vampire powers. And then bam, you have a ghoul. And after they feed from your blood 3 times, they are pretty much completely enamored and obedient to you. You suck the blood, and then you give them blood. You make a vampire.
Wouldn't a vampire be more powerful than just a little ghoul?
What happens when you need somebody to do things for you during the day?
Fuck. Great point. Great fucking point.
I think that merits a coldly logical.
Shit.
It's only logical.
That makes a lot of sense, buddy. That makes a lot of sense. I thought I was just,
That in our society typically frowns upon just willy-nilly making new vampires.
I spent a lot of time investigating your folk while I was a police officer.
Our folk now.
Our folk. Well, all I saw were holes in necks. Never heard nothing about ghouls. But now I know.
So what do you intend to do with Betty now?
I feel really sorry for her. Is Betty still traumatized?
I mean, she's got some stuff to work out. When she gets to McNeil's mansion, she kind of just segregates herself from the troop, finds a plush armchair in an empty room to go just huddle in, and 1,000-yard stare, she is spiraling inward at the moment.
So I'll go over to McNeil. Hey, McNeil.
Aye?
Look, I may have performed an action not very appeasing to our people.
Yes, sire. I know.
Well, I'm gonna probably ask you to help me take care of her and make sure she doesn't get into trouble.
I know how to take care of her.
You rang?
Maybe she could be of some service to the movement. She does have an enrolled to the police department.
Not anymore.
What do you mean?
She's a fucking vampire now. That's done for her, same way as it was done for you.
But nobody knows in the police department that she's been turned.
Until she needs to work out in the sunlight.
She's been working. Well, I guess that's true.
Fierro, Do I look like a fucking babysitter to you?
No, boss. But I'm not a babysitter either.
Don't call me boss. You sire. She's your fucking responsibility now. If she can't hack it on her own, well, the ash heap gets bigger every day.
Understood. I'll try to guide her in my own
Please don't.
way.
You absolutely can be there for this conversation if you wish.
Oh, I am there.
Because this was all happening at McNeil's kitchen, so yeah.
I'll let her collect her thoughts and I'll talk to her a little later. Thanks, McNeil. At least for not kicking my ass.
Not yet.
I ain't your babysitter either, McNeil. Or Fierro.
He says to himself in the mirror.
It's hard enough juggling accents. Names are another ball.
Okay. I'm sorry to be such a burden on you people. I wish I could
We are too.
serve my purpose a little better.
Well, you're not the worst one I've seen, if I'm being honest. Just, you're at an 11. I need you to take it down to about a 6, 5.5.
I could definitely give it a try.
You burned down a house, and he's not. And he said that you're not the worst.
He's really not. Imagine an anarch. Imagine an anarch from the Sabbat. Imagine an anarch that's just pissed off at his sire and, yeah, fuck the system.
Hey, that's me.
We know. We know.
I don't need to imagine.
I didn't say you weren't on the leaderboard. You just don't have the high score.
You need to burn down at least 5 more houses and make 30 more
And a
swastikas.
church.
Oh yeah, make sure that your initials you put in is ASS.
All right. I'll do my best.
All right. If we're cool then that night, I'm gonna ask sunrise, sunset. Everybody drop your blood points, and we're gonna go on to Sunday.
Well, that was a good session, guys.
I didn't hand out pencils, did I?
No.
Mental note.
We
Cut!
Still haven't gotten the opportunity to get a naked girl. I weirded out.
Are you sure?
Well, I tried with the Chun-Li chick, and she was. I don't think I approached her correctly.
You're just like,
I was like, hey, have you ever posed naked for a camera? And she's like, what? Why? I was like, oh no, it's really nerdy. I promise it's not weird or anything.
Jesus Christ.
She's like, I don't know. I was
All right, so that's where we come back in. Yes,
Well, I guess not.
everybody drop your blood point.
Did you have money in too, right? Or
No. Your weakness is painful bite. It is open wound. It is the flaw that caused you to drop your.
That one sucks.
All right, so where's everyone spending the night, or the day, I should say? Bob, I believe you're still at McNeil's with Betty. Byrick Ash, where'd you go?
my place?
Your place. McNeil's?
By my place?
Okay, your shitty apartment.
Yeah.
And you're at Louis.
Yes.
So I'm actually going to start with you. You sort of rise for the night. What's your routine as you sort of get ready to face the day and put on your I am Mark Zant's face?
Just buttoning up his shirt, making sure there's no loose strands on his jacket and things like that, and rolling it out. I don't know if they had lint rollers in the 40s. Just brushing it off with one of those brushes. Yes.
As you're just about finished, there is a slight knock at the door.
Opening the door.
As you open up the door, you see Catherine Dubois, Louis' striking green-eyed beauty that has been prowling around the place. And she says, pardon me, Monsieur Zantz. There is a phone call for Mr. McNeil for you?
I will go answer it promptly.
Yes, sir, in the sitting room. And she will sort of slide gracefully back into the shadows of the hall from which she came.
Okay. Finishing putting on my, what are those things called?
Cufflinks?
Yeah, cufflinks and then going downstairs.
Handcuffs.
Not that kind of vampire. And heading down. Yeah, I'm gonna go pick up the phone. Hello,
You pick up? Yes.
Mr. McNeil.
Hey, Zance. How's the sword arm coming?
Think I'm beginning to get the hang of it.
Excellent to hear. So it's your lucky day, Zance.
Yes.
I found a way for you to pay me back for those lessons.
What will you be needing, Mr. McNeil?
Turns out Salvador rang me a little while ago. He's got some anarchs coming in from the west. We need somebody to go pick them up. All you have to do is take them to the last round downtown. Nines will sort them out from there. This is a mission of diplomacy, that's why I'm asking you. I can't go because I'm meeting Louis tonight. Tell him I said hi.
That will do, Mr. McNeil. I understand why you have picked me over some of my less cool-headed compatriots.
Precisely. I wouldn't blame you for wanting to bring muscle, but please choose said muscle wisely.
Well, if you would so kindly get one of your servants to put Gerbils on the phone in that case. Or no. Gerbils or Cash. No, yes.
I can get on the phone. You're gonna have to call him.
I'm putting you on the phone because Byrick Ash is definitely muscle, but this is also diplomacy.
You want your delightfully foreign?
Yes. My delightfully foreign assassin friend.
Apu.
That's pretty racist.
Right. Servant. Boy! Giblets! Zance wants ya!
Giblets.
I guess I'll just like look around for a phone and pick it up. I don't know if phones work like this.
You like pick up the whole phone?
Oh, he picks it up backwards. I hear the C.
Giblets.
I'll pick up. Hello?
Yes, Gerbils, I was wondering if you wouldn't mind accompanying me this night.
Who is this?
Mark Zantz.
Oh. Yes.
The one of your compatriots who's not a complete
Who is this? How'd you get this number?
Yes, I don't believe I have anything better to do.
I will be by to McNeil's mansion in the Phantom very soon then.
Very well.
Agreed?
I drive a Rolls Royce Phantom from the 20s.
That's really nice car.
Alright, so while you guys are talking about that, let's talk to me about Carlo Martino. What's Carlo Martino's night like tonight?
Like I remember like when the first time you showed me the gun, like the
Yep, the necromantic fetter.
Yeah.
And now you have
Yeah.
the first out of Sepulchre Path.
and then Sepulchre? Yeah.
Sepulchre.
Sepulchre? Sepulchre?
Don't kill this cat.
Have I honestly killed anybody besides you in the World of Darkness?
Well,
Well, yeah, that doesn't count. He was dumb enough to get handcuffed by Lodin's dudes in fucking Under Blood Red Moon.
I still survived.
Yeah, so again, doesn't count.
His demon.
Came back.
Well, then Adams doesn't matter.
Oh. Who's just running through corpses at this point?
You almost killed Tom.
Which
You were at incapacitated, but not
Oh yeah, I remember that when he got shot. Okay.
and then is it like I have to solve the mystery of the gun to like get the powers or like?
No.
It's like
gun still killed.
Bang! That's how it happened.
What? Then you have to contemplate what is gun.
No.
What a mysterious.
The Wraith has imprinted on her murder weapon. It is connected to the Wraith. You now can use this to, I think it gives you a bonus to actually controlling her with the Sepulchre Path.
Get some sick ghost friends, yo.
And you remember specifically the rings that Mauricio wore and how they didn't seem to match, and even not even all of them were men's rings. It's a tool, sort of. It's kind of like emotional manipulation. Nobody ever said Giovanni were good people. I'm pretty sure literally nobody ever said those Giovanni are good people.
They make some great pasta.
Except for that dick Tony.
Zedna. Or was it?
The one you can name.
Yeah. Tony here.
Brony.
Tony and Brony or
I
whatever.
think it was Anthony and Bruno.
May they both rest in peace, I guess.
May one of them rest in peace.
The other one can go to hell.
You can go do magic shit.
I was thinking of like what would I know how to get more of the spirit
More feathers?
more feathers? Yeah.
Absolutely. You just need something that's connected to a spirit. So
Commit more crimes.
You go to the mansion that he blew up. Trying to do the same thing.
nobody died, but the mansion that he massacred
Yeah.
might have something.
One of his guns is
Both of them.
And again, it's not always a murder weapon. It's something that's important to them in some way.
that old guy's oxygen.
Carry it around and it doesn't work to boot, you just slap him with it.
That one wasn't by her cash. That one was me.
Still works.
some sort of monster.
Yeah, I guess I'll start driving over there to the house that there was. Well, I guess I'll drive to the blowing up house first because I don't know where the other house was, and just look for
By
police
yourself?
tape. Look for police tape.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so you're gonna head down your way to the massacre. house.
Crimes in LA.
All right.
Unheard of.
Byrick Ash, what are you doing tonight?
Dear diary.
Shot a man today.
I'm falling behind.
For one, I'm gonna get my guns ready, because I always have them ready. Every day.
So what is your ritual as you rise? You sort of like get dressed hastily and then spend a while just oiling and cleaning the guns. Take them apart piece by piece lovingly. Explain it, take me there.
Do you not even like pull the covers over you? You just kind of like get up when they slide down.
I kind of slink through them into my clothes that were laying at the end. Like, you want me to go into detail on how to disassemble?
Tell me how you.
No, I'm just
ASMR, Tom.
be poetic about
Tell me
it.
how you take a shower.
With his
ASMR.
guns.
With the hose. Or no, he tilts the shower head up.
Well, I probably re-alphabetize the library fairly often. At least one section a day. Because I assume it still is somewhat public use. At least in the daytime.
Okay, sure, if that's how you want it.
Those twats don't like to put things back the way they should be.
You'd shoot them if only you were awake.
So you
Someday I'll get a willpower roll to be able to to know that someone did in the day. And that's the day that this library gets shut down.
No, what you do is you have like wooden floorboards and you sleep underneath because you're a vampire.
And just break through?
Yeah, you just have your gun at your side. And you just get shot in the ass every time they don't fucking put it back right.
What was that path you wanted for Byrick? Was a path of power? Alright, so yes, after you go through your evening ritual, what does Byrick Ash set out to do today?
Well, I was supposed to meet either Pepe Warhol or the I forget what the Toreador's name was already.
Hollis.
Her. Because we're supposed to
Big Mochi.
get into the salon.
Now the salon is Monday at midnight.
Oh, is it?
Yes, so you still have a day for preparations.
Well. Then I need to. Then I need to prepare, figure out who's been stalking me.
And almost as if on cue, the voice returns.
Oh my god.
So the hunt begins, does it, Mr. Byrick Ash? The Toreador Salon. Interesting how I long to see you prancing among the haute couture.
It's ended now. You can't hear any voices in your head if there's nothing in your head.
No, not today.
Did you roll to shoot yourself?
Yes. I said it was going to be odd. It came up 8. It's like, damn it.
I continue to live in undeath tonight.
Not today.
You have that one explosive round.
Incendiary.
This is just not today, Satan. I'm not ready to take over yet.
Oh yeah, you still know. No, or rather, he's not doing anything right now.
Lucifer?
Yeah.
He's in our city.
Shh. Spoilers.
That's the city of angels, though.
That's the irony.
We can fix that. So you acknowledge yourself as the prey.
In a game of cat and mouse, prey will switch off, and wouldn't you say, Mr. Byrick Ash? But the winner of the game is the one who holds the upper hand, and I don't think you have any cards, sir.
I'll have you know, I have many cards.
Dark magician!
2 months.
I have plenty of cards. Now I don't know what they are, though.
Ah, yes. Insanity can be a wonderful, freeing thing, can't it? Truly, the only way to know one is not a slave is to not know what one is going to do. Are you a slave, Mr. Byrick Ash?
I'm not insane if that's what you're insinuating.
That's not what I asked.
We'll see who makes the slave.
Tell me something,
No.
Mr. Byrick Ash. If you are truly not a slave, then why do I see you at her right hand?
Her. Question mark.
You say that out loud? Question mark.
Question mark.
Frowny emoji.
Stop. Do not understand. Stop.
Send nudes.
Stop.
Yes, the benighted goddess of the moon. I see you in the visions vividly. I see you standing upon the rubble with rivulets of blood at your feet. I see you prominently, the spear point, the vanguard, the harbinger of destruction. Why you, if you are not a slave, Mr. Byrick Ash?
You speak obscurities and cryptic language.
Ah, such things. Such things visions are. This I cannot deny. However, one thing that is not cryptic, one thing that is not obscure, is the fact that I see your face every single time like a monolithic shadow, dancing upon her puppet strings, to the dirge as the death knell rings by her own hand. The maiden of dark moonlight. Tell me, Do you miss it? The taste of the Valdery upon your lips. Pooling of the Sabbat blood, yes, I know. I know of what you've felt, what you've tasted.
How hard it got your dick.
I care not for your rhetoric.
And I care not for yours, I only wish to see who's
Then why
really
not
in
see
control.
in person?
Because, Mr. Byrick Ash, facades can lie. Words can be half-truths and double meanings. But actions are the true arbiter, and that is what I wish to see, Mr. Byrick Ash.
Then I will show you my actions.
Oh, I know what you will show. I know what you will see. For when you see yourself in the blazing city, you will know yourself a slave, Mr. Byrick Ash.
Then provide me with the title of your oneself.
A title. A name. A sobriquet. You may call me what I am. The Seer.
Write that one in my list. Bumping that one up. 3 spaces.
Did you just cross out voice in my head and write seer next to it?
Seer. I just moved voice in my head back down.
I'll get him later.
And right below that is consciousness.
So many voices.
And then there's Reggie.
He's still really fucking rich.
I really wish I rolled an odd number.
You can still shoot yourself. I mean, it's kind of on the level of Adam, but you can do it.
So a d6 like.
I will make you roll lethal damage against yourself.
I'm aware.
How good of a shot do you think you are? Can you get yourself within inches of death?
Yes. I know I can. Anyway. I guess this means I'm going out for the night.
And where do you go to?
Besides the Giovanni, who do I know that are powerful occultists?
Besides the Giovanni, whom do you know that are powerful occultists? The obvious answer is the Tremere. However, there aren't any Tremere in Los Angeles since one of the Tremere made a run at Don Sebastian's throne and got disappeared.
Allegedly, there's none.
This is true.
Point taken. They always do seem to have a hand in anything. So, Tremere.
You know who would know?
A seer?
Well, yes, but Nosferatu.
That's a good point. I should... Well, no, because the Nosferatu is in the prince's pocket.
Yeah.
If they knew where the Tremere is, then there would absolutely be no Tremere.
We'll make friends with some Nosferatu that aren't. Go, like, outside the city.
Now, see, that's harder for Byrick Ash, but you know who it's easier for?
Oh, son of a bitch. I forgot about that.
For a certain lovely Nosferatu lady.
Hey, I'll tell you, I'm a secret.
That's a good point. I need to find Mr. Gerbils.
Now, depending what you want an occultist for, there's... If you could find a Zamisi, a particularly old one than you... maybe who might know Kuldunic sorcery, that's more elemental in nature, but it technically qualifies as a cult.
Well, I need to find someone who would qualify it the title of seer.
Oh, those weirdos with the third eye?
It's clear.
Oh, no. She's dead.
Santa Claus.
Let's go with a... I'll give you intelligence occult.
You can't see it on camera.
Yeah. Oh, wait. On that one, they can.
2 successes.
2 successes. 2 successes is enough to know that the Seers is often a sobriquet applied to Malkavians. And I lost my fucking pencil.
in this one.
Oh, so it is. Found my pencil, guys.
The hidden pencil, yeah.
He didn't lose his pencil. That was the twist at the end of the story.
Well, the darkness right there, guys.
Bless you.
Thank you.
The pencil was there the whole time. Darth Vader is Luke's father.
Spoilers.
Well then, now I need to find Malkavians.
So far, as I believe we went over this and you're pretty insular, the only Malkavian you have in the city is the Malkavian Primogen, Victor Armitage.
He's the only one in the city?
He's the only one that you know of, personally. I didn't say he was the only one in the city. He is overwhelmingly not the only one in the city. But he's the only one that you, Byrick Ash, are aware of.
And I met him?
He was at the prestation ceremony with the prince.
That's hardly meeting.
Well, you would know that there is a Malkavian Primogen, and being in the town as long as you would have, probably would have heard his name down the grapevine at some point.
And I know... Okay, that means that I know someone with... I need to get into contact with someone with connections. I need to talk to Mr. Moneybags.
Okay, and at any point would you have told Byrick Ash that you were rooming with Louis?
I don't think I would have if I didn't see him that day.
Okay.
I don't think I saw him yesterday.
I think you were both at the place simultaneously.
Oh yeah, well then he would have known I would have at some point like I'm going to Fortier's house now.
Okay.
What?
So he's rooming at Fortier's. I don't believe you have Louis' number, however.
I'll just go there.
Okay, so you're heading to Louis'.
Yeah.
Murphy Fierro. Pepe Warhol.
I wake up to an itch that I need to scratch.
Is it your balls?
My balls and
Behind them?
a long row of track marks along my hip bone. No, I'm just kidding. Feeling my addiction overcoming, I realized that I haven't shut up in a whole fucking day.
It just hits you that night. You're like, oh.
Hits you like a truck.
When you start feeling around for your gerbil?
Mama!
Oh, I chucked him in the fire.
He was my only friend. The only one who I truly loved.
Where's Betty when I wake up?
Where is Betty? What's your humanity look like?
5, 6.
6? Okay. She has woken up before you, and it looks like she just sort of returned to her overstuffed armchair in the library, and she's gazing languidly into an empty fireplace.
You thinking about doll?
Fierro, you can't be serious. As she just sort of like looks at you. How? How do you live like this, Fierro? How do you live with yourself knowing what you turned me into?
I didn't really have much of a choice either.
And so that makes everything okay.
There's a
That
lot.
makes it okay, but we gotta live with doing what... So what I did to that guy, Fierro. 7 years on the force, I never fired my gun once. Except at target range.
I also spent my time on the force and I saw a lot of fucked up shit. I apologize. I was not brought into this community with the knowledge to understand what my actions would produce. Namely, I did not understand what would happen if I were to take from the blood of another human.
Yeah, well, I had me a long, hard thought this morning.
What's that?
You better figure it out soon, Fierro, because you're all I got right now.
You know what, Betty? Kinda understand what you're going through. Not too long ago, I was in the same position as you. figure it out together. Don't you worry. But for right now, I gotta go hit up a pet store.
What?
A pet store.
Oh, I get it. Why didn't I think of that? You live off the pets. You don't have to hurt people, right?
Yeah, apparently you can suck the, any animal.
Don't say that.
Get your fucking mind out the gutter. You can feed upon any animal that you wish. The blood is not as sweet as humans, but it'll suffice to feed you. I personally need it because little did I know that an addiction before being converted turns into addiction for life.
Speaking of which, what's Betty's vice?
Oh! Would she have the same vice as me?
Not necessarily.
Nymphomania.
No.
Do her genitals work?
Knitting.
I don't know. It seems like it makes sense that, if she has my blood in her, then she would have the same.
But you didn't have heroin in your blood. Didn't have it for the entire.
It doesn't work like that. The Ravnos curse magnifies a vice that she had in life.
So she had a vice in life.
Was she a cat lady?
Oh no. She's gonna start eating cats.
OCD?
Too easy.
That's also not a vice.
Does she like Girl Scout cookies?
She's a really fat cup.
Just doing
I
it.
like big girls. I'm not judging.
Let's see. I really need like a dark past fucking table that I can roll on for
Dark
NPC.
past dartboard.
Next to the dartboard.
You're a necrophilia.
Betty.
Ah,
Betty.
Juvenilia.
No.
For macrophilia.
Betty used to be an alcoholic.
All right.
And she got herself cleaned up after years of struggle and relationships falling apart and seeing her family drift away. She finally was able to scrape herself clean and start feeling like a person again. But now, with the trauma of being turned into an undead being, she's starting to feel the cravings come back. And she will basically tell you so that, Fierro, I've been off the sauce for years, but I'm starting to need a drink. Fierro, can I still drink?
Well, from what I've figured out so far, technically yes, but that's why we need to go to a pet store.
You're just gonna.
How the fuck does going to a pet store help me get a drink?
Well, you see, we have to ingest blood that is saturated with
Are you gonna get a bunch of gerbils hammered?
chemical-
Okay, Mr. Whiskers. Just emergent bourbon.
No, you gotta go to a cattle farm and make it one of the cow's butt chug.
No, you do that in a little gerbil water feeder thing, just the bottle of Smirnoff in it.
You'll die. Okay, it's like
You can make it like 10% water.
it needs to be mixed with natural blood. We need to go find the source. I'm kind of having an itch. I don't know if you remember me from back in the force, but I wasn't exactly the cleanest of assholes.
Gross.
Yeah, I remember you, Fierro. You did steal that car, didn't you?
I may have stolen a little bit more than that. Look, Betty, don't think badly of me, but it helps me think.
You have a
I
lot of
really
questions.
like the heroin. It calms me down, makes the wheels turn, keeps me from losing a little bit of my sanity.
Starting to understand what you're talking about.
I have a feeling if you indulge this sensation you're feeling right now, you might feel a little bit more at home.
Let's get fucked up.
How about this, Betty? Me, you. Let's do a little night on the town.
Like I said, you're all I got anymore. Lead the way.
I think you only do nights in the town.
So we're just gonna.
Wah, wah, wah. Thank you, Xavier.
Paint the town red.
So I will tell. Is anyone left in the house besides?
There's a ring at the doorbell.
Ring. Neil's not in.
Well, he has been getting ready to leave, but this is when actually, well, we won't say there's a ring at the doorbell because you get to decide because you arrive
Or where?
at McNeil's place where you were going. Oh no, you arrived.
Yeah, I was
There
like,
you go.
I was already there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had
I got locked out again, guys.
Damn Americans and fucking locked doors.
But Xavier, that could have been a perfect opportunity for you to be racist and stand at the door and ululate or something.
So I arrive.
You arrive. Your sleek phantom pulls up almost soundlessly, one with the shadows of the night right up to the curb.
And you go. Yeah.
It's fucking Camptown racist.
Yes. Enter.
Which started in a minstrel show, by the way. So probably more prevalent in the 40s than you think.
They were still doing minstrel shows. Al Jolson. It was an awful time. Don't listen to the Republicans about it.
I can tell you it was nice.
Well, the whole jolly old 50s and 40s. Not
There's
so-
only one good thing about the 50s, and that's the price of food and the quality of food.
Oh god.
where you just be like, thank God it wasn't anything else.
Can we not give Al Qaeda ammunition over here?
That's what
just
the
make-
Americans did.
That one was eyebrow.
Just working two sides of the same coin here. Yeah. So yeah. Anybody open the door? Do I have to open it?
I guess.
As you sort of stroll up to the door, McNeil comes walking out. And he's wearing a very sharp blazer, a dark colored turtleneck underneath, and he sort of like fixes himself. And you guys sort of meet halfway down the walk, and he extends a folded up piece of paper in your direction.
I assume these are the address.
You'll find them in a place near the Santa Monica boardwalk. They already greeted one another on the phone. I gotta meet Louis. I hope this guy's as amiable as you said. I can't do fucking Scottish tonight. I hate it.
I think you'll find him more open to new ideas than the rest of the Primagina.
So, somewhat.
Yes. He is not completely closed off to the ideals of the anarch movement. It's a certain je ne sais quoi about him.
Well,
And noblesse oblige.
I wouldn't ask you to do this if I didn't trust you, so. You're the boss from here on out. Jabril will be waiting. And at this point, he just sort of, you see Jabril sort of standing there at the doorway following him out. He jumps in a very, very nice Bentley, tears ass out of the gate past the security guard.
Well, as much as I hate hurting cats, Gerbils, do you know where Fierro is?
I don't think so.
Is he still inside the mansion?
I will say you have not seen him leave.
I haven't seen it leave, so I believe so.
I'm just gonna go inside and look for Fierro real quick.
So does like my path ring count as like negative humanity as far as we're getting up?
Not negative. It basically effectively counts as humanity 0.
Okay.
So yeah, it took you a little while. You were probably the last one to get up tonight. Byrick Ash has more humanity than you. Process that.
That's only because you're running it like that. Because the path of harmony isn't the same as the other paths.
Okay,
so
fair enough.
So there's some liberties that can be taken with it.
Okay, fair point. Fair point. I'll admit when I'm wrong.
You're a monster.
You eventually do hear Murphy Fiero's voice as you sort of like wander the halls of McNeil's estate. He didn't leave the place completely unprotected. He's got a couple guards just like making the rounds. But you specifically hear the words "night on the town" from Murphy Fiero, and your butt clenches.